Madison Atwood's night began in a local bar where she tried to drown her sorrows. Recently dumped by her boyfriend Ethan, who not only broke up with her, but also reclaimed all the lavish gifts he had once given her, an expensive necklace, a designer bag, and even an iPhone. Madison was in no mood for sentimentality. "I want the hardest drink you have," she demanded from the bartender as she tried to forget Ethan's rejection and the sting of lost pride. Her irritation was palpable, and her mood grew even worse as she berated every man in the bar with sharp comments about their lack of charm. Amidst her bitterness and heavy drinking, a stranger slid into the seat beside her. Initially, his attention wasn't even on her. It was fixed on the bartender as he ordered a drink. Their playful banter escalated quickly. Intoxicated and carefree, Madison and this mysterious man exchanged flirtatious remarks. In her inebriated state, Madison's defenses dropped, and before she knew it, the two found themselves in a wild, unexpected twist of fate. In a haze of laughter and flirtation, they ended up signing official-looking documents, a drunken wedding contract that made Madison legally bound to this stranger. The following morning, Madison awoke with a splitting headache, only to be greeted by her ex's lingering specter when her mother rudely inquired about the late-night events. Between dodging her mom's relentless questions and coping with her messy breakup with Ethan, Madison struggled to make sense of the situation. Her confusion deepened when her mother revealed that the man who had taken her home was not just any stranger. It turned out he was the new CEO of her company, Daniel Jordan. As if that weren't enough, Daniel had also publicly announced their marriage at work, branding Madison as his wife in front of their colleagues. At work, gossip spread like wildfire. Madison's co-workers whispered about her sudden change of heart and her supposed drunken wedding. Some even speculated about her alleged infertility, questioning whether she was ever truly intimate with Daniel. Despite the buzzing rumors, Daniel's protective presence was unmistakable. One afternoon, as she tried to focus on her tasks, Ethan appeared at the office carrying a bouquet and a paper bag, attempting, perhaps desperately, to win Madison back. His presence ignited a fierce confrontation. While Ethan claimed that he had been patiently waiting for her and even promised to return all his gifts, Madison was resolute. "You never even touched me the way he did," she snapped, dismissing Ethan's pleas as he tried to grab her arm. In the ensuing chaos, Daniel intervened forcefully, his single punch sending Ethan sprawling and leaving no doubt about his determination to protect his wife. The situation only grew more complicated when Daniel's unexpected twist of fate was revealed further. Not only was he the new CEO and now Madison's husband, but he had also made her his secretary. This meant that every day at work, she was forced to navigate the double-edged sword of personal and professional life under his watchful gaze. Despite the awkwardness of their arrangement, a peculiar chemistry began to develop between them. While at work, they maintained a strictly professional relationship. Away from the office, they slowly started to build a genuine connection. In the weeks that followed, Daniel and Madison spent increasing amounts of time together, gradually warming to the idea of a life beyond the drunken mistake that had bound them. One day, Daniel invited Madison to stay at his condo. He explained that their shared home was becoming a topic of gossip among colleagues, and if they were truly married, they should live together. Although Madison hesitated at first, citing her unresolved feelings and the complications of her recent breakup with Ethan, she eventually agreed. Over time, the cold formality between them began to thaw. Daniel's genuine kindness and care, so starkly different from Ethan's selfish behavior, won Madison over. Even though he was handsome and successful, it was his warm heart and commitment to her that slowly dissolved her earlier reservations. Their relationship continued to evolve as they encountered several humorous and even harrowing incidents that only brought them closer. On one particularly eventful day at Daniel's family farm, the couple found themselves alone on a sprawling property filled with goats, sheep, cattle, and even ostriches. In an attempt to ride one of the farm animals, Madison accidentally slipped and fell face-first into a pile of manure. Daniel's boisterous laughter at the mishap filled the air, but the moment was quickly transformed into one of playful retribution when Madison retaliated by tugging his hand, causing him to fall into the manure as well. Their laughter echoed across the fields, and even a sudden charge from a large bull forced them to run for cover. A chaotic interlude that became a shared memory of hilarity and adrenaline. Despite all the absurdities of their early days together, a deeper bond was forming. In the aftermath of their wild adventures, Daniel's consistent care and protective nature reassured Madison. One quiet evening, after a playful yet passionate encounter at his condo, Daniel gently pressed the question of commitment. "Do you love me?" he asked softly, to which Madison, her heart fluttering with newfound certainty, replied, "Yes, I love you." Their mutual declaration of love was both tender and transformative, solidifying a relationship that had started by chance but was growing into something profound. Yet the past was not easily forgotten. Ethan, desperate to reclaim his lost love, continued to make unwelcome appearances. At one point, he even started loudly proclaiming that he was the father of Madison's soon-to-be-born baby. The situation escalated when, during a break at work, a commotion erupted outside the building. Ethan's shouts accusing Madison of infidelity filled the air as he argued with security. In a heated confrontation, Madison's temper finally exploded. She slapped him, declaring that he had no claim over her or the baby she was carrying. Daniel, ever the guardian, arrived just in time and dispatched Ethan with a single, resounding punch, ensuring that the ex would no longer disrupt their lives. In the wake of these confrontations, life slowly began to settle into a more stable rhythm for Madison and Daniel. A proper church wedding was arranged a month later, attended by close friends and family. Madison even extended an invitation to her estranged sister, Lauren, who ended up catching the bouquet in a light-hearted moment that symbolized the new chapter of their lives. Amid laughter and heartfelt declarations, Daniel and Madison publicly affirmed their love for one another. At the reception, as Daniel proudly announced, "I love you, and so does our little baby," the couple shared a tender kiss that silenced the lingering whispers of gossip. Life after the wedding became a blend of professional responsibilities and blossoming domesticity. Daniel, though busy as the CEO, made every effort to integrate Madison into his world, ensuring that she was not only his wife, but also his equal partner in both work and life. Their days were filled with both work-related challenges and moments of quiet intimacy. As the couple navigated their dual roles at the office, Daniel's colleagues gradually came to see the genuine affection between them, despite the unconventional start. Matters took an even sweeter turn when Madison discovered that she was pregnant, a revelation that filled both her and Daniel with unexpected joy. The news came on a quiet morning at Daniel's family farm, where amidst the serene countryside and playful banter over riding horses and cows, Madison finally admitted her pregnancy. Daniel's exuberant reaction, complete with a hearty hug and declarations of a future filled with children, cemented their new family unit. Even as office gossip persisted and past shadows of Ethan's bitterness threatened to intrude, Madison embraced the changes with a resilient spirit. As their due date approached, the couple's bond deepened further. A proper conversation about their future culminated in yet another heartfelt moment. In a quiet, intimate setting, Daniel knelt down and proposed to Madison once more. "Will you marry me again?" he asked earnestly, promising that their next wedding would be celebrated with clarity and sober commitment. No more drunken ceremonies, just a love that had truly taken root. Overwhelmed by joy and with tears in her eyes, Madison readily accepted, sealing their commitment with a ring that symbolized both a second chance and a fresh start. Their new beginning was celebrated in a final grand ceremony, with family, friends, and even Daniel's warm-hearted parents present to honor the union. Amid laughter, toasts, and the playful pranks of Daniel's mother, who had once greeted Madison with a pig-scented hug, the couple's story was shared as a testament to fate's unpredictable nature. Madison, who once felt humiliated and betrayed, now stood as a confident, happy wife and soon-to-be mother, fully embraced by a family that, despite its eccentricities, was united by love. Madison's journey, from a heartbroken woman nursing a broken pride in a bar to a celebrated wife and mother, was marked by serendipitous encounters, unexpected twists, and the undeniable force of fate. With Daniel by her side, she learned that sometimes life's most dramatic misadventures lead to the sweetest outcomes. Their story, filled with laughter, tears, and plenty of manure, both literal and figurative, became a living reminder that love can blossom in the most unconventional ways. And as they embarked on their new life together, Madison knew one thing for certain. She was no longer defined by her past heartbreaks, but by the promise of a future where she was cherished, protected, and, above all, loved.